First of all, I don't like that story, you know, my guy. I don't like
Why?
thinking about... Because I shouldn't have hit that guy. That's the first thing. I feel bad about that. Was unnecessary.
He wasn't even on beef.
That was unnecessary. What's going on, people? Welcome to Put Some Syrup on That. I am Nula Monroe.
Vinch.
As you can see, it's a new setting, but we won't talk too much on that. Today, we're going to be talking about university, our experience. We're going to ask each other a few questions. We're going to talk about some of the challenges, some of the positives, so on and so forth. Yeah, you get a point.
So this one's an interesting one. If you could relive one memory from uni, what would that experience be and why? I have one in my mind, but I ain't going to tell you that.
That's tough, you know. We had so many good experiences, and it's tough because I like now you've got me wanting to reel off all the good experiences. And it's funny because just last week I was talking about Jawa, and I feel like that's the first thing that's come to my mind.
That was dope still.
But I don't know if that would be, I don't know, it's tough.
If you could relive it.
If I could relive it. No, do you know what? It probably would be something like just, I can't think of a specific time, yeah, but it would literally just be me, you, our two original housemates, chilling still, I think.
So sweet.
It would be a day like that, I think. Like, when I think back, those were good times. It's us just playing PlayStation, juicing, having a good time. For me, yeah, that would be it, actually. Just chilling.
That's sweet. Mine's like a bit controversial still. So remember that brawl we had?
Oh, yeah.
That shit was like a movie, bro. I'm not going to lie. I have to relive that again. So, long story short, we were chilling with some guy. Got into a little scuffle outside Liquid and Envy Club. That was a day when you did that mad move from USC, bro, the Superman bang.
Do you know UFC moves?
So we used to bang out bare UFC back in the day, and this guy got gassed. I don't know what move you were looking at, yeah? So this guy's talking to me a bit aggressive, innit? But obviously he's like, nah, I don't want to get into no trouble. I'm like, cool, innit? It's fine. Then out of the blue, this brother comes out like Superman.
I don't like this story very much. I don't like this story very much.
Cleans him out. And then the guy gets kicked out and somehow he stays in the club. But long story short, after the club, we get into the cab. Everything's all cushy. All of a sudden, we're driving off in the 6-seater cab. There's 6 of us in the cab. And then we hear a bang on the window. Bah, bah, bah. I don't know what happened. Who even slid open the door first?
I don't know, you know. I don't remember.
Boy, come like GTA anyway. So someone slid open the door. We all jumped out. This guy got brushed, and then all of a sudden, bear man came from that direction. It was just a mad brawl.
It was a movie still.
And then the bit that got me was the bit where it was like Avengers. You know, was it Endgame or Infinity War?
Go on.
Where all the man them just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Back to beef.
Endgame. Doctor Strange and that. Yeah.
See Black Panther, everything come out, and they just come out of nowhere to back the beef, and man them just disappeared. It was like a movie, bro.
That's
I
the
love
day
that.
You'd relive.
Yeah, it's dope.
I don't even like that. First of all, I don't like that story, you know, my guy. I don't like thinking about... Because I shouldn't have hit that guy. That's the first thing. I feel bad about that. Was unnecessary.
He wasn't even on beef.
That was unnecessary still. It's a long time ago. And you know when it's like, you think back to things like for you, that was a fun story. But for me, it's a time I look back and think, wow, like, why did you do that? Do you know what I mean?
I felt sorry for his jaw still, I'm not going to lie.
So it's different. I'm not proud of that still.
You think UFC was to blame for that one, yeah?
I don't think UFC was to blame for that. Do you know what I was thinking is to blame for that? Growing up in the environment we grew up in. I think there was, That was mad. That was fun. It's one of those stories that it is entertaining to talk about. I do like thinking back and think, wow, that's one of the maddest times like of man's life with all the people, like... But it didn't end well, and I don't think I should have hit that brother. So
to be fair, it was a bit peak at the end. But those are like the best bits. If that was a movie, that would be flipping premiere and that red carpet.
It literally was like a scene from I don't even know what Kidulthood or something.
Jumped out the cab. It's mad. Oh man. But yeah, I'd relive that one. That was jokes.
That's mad still.
You're gonna make a movie about it one day. Watch.
Well, I would just relive chilling at home because you know I'm a chilling type of guy.
I mean, that day you weren't chilling, bro. I can't even lie. Still, you were on one.
But most of the time I'm chilling. Don't let this guy lie to you. That was a one-off. Cool. So my question is, again, it's very conversational, but when you think about going to university, what would you say was the biggest challenge for you outside of the work? What would you say was the biggest challenge?
I would say being in a new environment and getting to know people and creating new friendships, relationships. It's just like starting fresh. Like you're back to square one again and just how do you get to meet people, especially where we missed out on getting into halls?
Yes.
We were already at a disadvantage. We had to go find our own yard, so we had to find ways to get into the uni experience from that way. And I think, that was probably the most challenging part, because we didn't know anybody really there. And
This is
then,
it.
because we're not in halls, we can't be a part of the party scene and this, that, and the other.
I blame you for that as well.
Huh?
I'll tell you why.
It wasn't me. So they catch you on the... Nah.
I blame you, and I'll tell you why. Because I got into Portsmouth before you.
Oh, here we go.
And then I never got halls, but they emailed me and they said, "Rah, if you want to apply for the, what's it called, secondary, I can't remember, when you don't get them,
Accommodation
you
thing.
you can reapply if you don't get it. The waiting list or whatever, I can't remember what it's called. But then you was like, oh, I got in as well. You didn't apply for halls. I had already applied for halls, didn't get it. They said reapply and you'll get it. And you was like, oh, I got in as well. I was like, oh, let's just get a house together. If you didn't come on a late thing, I would have reapplied.
I missed that part. I swear I said wait for me. I was like, no, just wait for me or something like that.
Something like that. So I blame you for that. Outside of that, I agree. And I think what doesn't help for me is, like, we come from such a different environment. Like, we come from a place where it's quite urban. We was going to house parties where it was all bashment, it was all whining, it was all daggering. It was the environments that we were in was more so hood. Man was going to parties with, mad stuff going on, and as much as we was cool and chilled. And then when we went to uni, it was different.
Whole different ballgame.
It was people from mad places, bruv. Like, I don't even know what places.
Man, them from Wales, from Lipscott. I don't even know where that place is.
Some next country places that I've never heard of. And then I think trying to fit in was just too difficult, really.
Different backgrounds, different social dynamics. It's all nuts.
Yeah.
And then who do you befriend? Like, you don't know these people from Adam. You can't trust them. Not trust Fred.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was difficult. I'm not gonna lie. But you did something dope though. You did the Facebook thing, innit? Where you got to meet people before.
Oh yeah.
So you actually helped out.
Yeah.
You're the plug with that one. Still, I can't lie. I rate that.
Yeah. I can't even remember why I did that, but yeah. But the thing is, for me, is I feel like I never ever adjusted. Actually, if I'm 100% honest, when I look back, I feel like I never adjusted. And when you think about third year, who was we hanging around with? Man from ends. As much as they weren't the kind of man that we was hanging around beforehand, it was man from London that spoke like us, and you get me, and they did the things that we were into. So
that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's true, because there's a lot of bait unis out there that people felt at home because it was a lot of people from their ends anyway, so it was easier to integrate.
Yes.
Like the DMUs, the Coventry unis, all of that was people from, basically it was ends outside of ends.
Yeah.
Whereas we went at Portsmouth, so it was a bit different still, like Navy base and that, it was a different ball game. So man had to kind of start fresh in that and just adapt, but as you said, I don't think we really did fully integrate, but we made it, 3 years.
We did it, got degrees in the end, just about.
Made it with no friends, just us.
I think our friends would be offended that we say we made no friends.
friends?
That's what, you know what?
Name one. No joking.
It's true, still. My phone
joking.
is...
Shout out the dogs from
Shout
Portsmouth.
out everyone from Portsmouth. I got love for everyone still, but my phone does not get a text from nobody.
Not one. So fix up.
Yeah, hold on me. But go on, what's your next one?
It actually kind of ties in well with my next question, because my one was, if you could pick one of the 3 years that you went to at uni, which one would you pick as your favourite and why?
It was third year.
Yeah.
Third year, but I think again we settled in. We made like friends that we got along with quite well. As much as third year, is the hardest work wise, it was cool, and we kind of settled in. We found our own groove in it. We found our own rhythm. Whereas I feel like the first 2 years we didn't really have a groove or a rhythm. We was just we was, and I think when you're looking at that age, 18, 19, for anybody is a time where you're trying to get used to stuff, innit? Like you never, like nobody knows what they're doing at 18, 19 years old, really and truly. But I think to take a fish out of water at that age, we really struggled, and some people they were coming from environments that weren't too dissimilar to what uni environment was like. We was
way off, different.
Yeah. So third year we kind of hit a stride. So that's my answer. What about you?
I'd say the same. I feel like our third year should have been our first year.
Yes.
We were partying like it was our first year. It was mad.
We were, yeah.
Them 2 years were just catch up, and by that time it was too late. With time to go.
Yeah.
But in our third year, definitely, because we got into our own. We felt more comfortable. We felt at home. we had a little batch, and we were just having fun.
Yeah.
What we should have been doing in first year, but you know, it is what it is. Happens.
This is it. And it's weird because obviously first year we had a couple people that we was cool with, and so on and so forth. And second year, but third year was the only year where it felt like we had friends, like people that would, oh, what are you on? Come back, man. Do you get what I'm saying? Where you going? Let's go here. Let's go there. You get like a regular place to hang out.
But saying that, year 2 though, second year, didn't you have them man? Shout out them man.
But that's the same. That's who I meant for third year.
Oh,
but you make a good point.
The second year, that was you had. But
it was halfway through though, wasn't it? And that was kind of where the relationship developed. It wasn't the whole time. I don't think. I don't know though.
I think it began end of first year. Well, I think we met them end of first year. And then second year, it started to integrate a bit more, and they started to trust us, and we were like the token friends.
Yeah, I guess so.
They used to have us around because we used to crack jokes all the time. So,
what are you saying? So it was racial.
I mean, I didn't say that.
Man is saying it was racial. Are you hearing this?
I mean, he used to say a couple things. You know, I ain't gonna say who, but these are things. You know what I mean? But
you know how it goes.
But nah, it was cool, man. It was jigger. It was jigger.
Yeah.
I thought you would have said second year. To be fair.
To be honest, like, I can't really remember. Like, it's all kind of blurry, though. So, I might be talking rubbish, to be honest. You know, when you're trying to remember what happened 10 years ago, it gets blurry.
Right, that was that long, innit? 20, yeah, we started 2010, innit?
2010, we started 2013, you get me? So, it's a long time. So, man is trying to remember, like, a lot has happened since then. Like, a lot.
Right, to 11 years, lad God.
What's one thing that you think that you learned in your 3 years at uni that has helped you in further life?
I'd have to say independence, you know, because it's not like I couldn't cook before. I just chose not to because I had mummy cooking me food 24/7. But when you're out there, especially if you go off campus and you're going out to different ends, like you have no choice but to fend for yourself by any means necessary. So if you're broke, boy, that's on you, bro. You got to make it work. So, yeah, I'd have to say independence, to be fair, because, I had to cook, clean, do everything on my own, wash clothes. Yeah, I learned a lot of homely things being at uni than I would have learned had I just been at home with mum doing most of the things for me. I'm not going to lie. So, yeah, independence and how to be a homely person, a man, woman.
That's fair. I think it's impossible to go and live outside of home for 3 years without learning some form of independence in it. So that's fair. I think for me though, what I would say is, and it's the same thing we've basically been talking about this whole time, but is being able to sort of maneuver better in different social groups and more so an understanding of there's so many different people out there from so many different backgrounds.
That's a point.
Like, and it kind of helped me go into the real working world and understand that everybody, and obviously that's still something I had to learn in the working world as well, like build upon. But that was the foundation of it expanded my mind further from the people we was hanging around with and the environments we was hanging around in. Not that we was some mad hood kids or whatever, but you know, you live in South London. There's a certain kind of there's a culture that comes with living where we lived, and I think going to university really taught me the size of the world and that people are different. Like hanging around with people from Wales, and as much as that's not that far out, having a housemate from Greece who, do you get what I'm saying, and from Liverpool and like Bristol, like it really shows you people are just different. They have different mentalities. I remember talking to people about certain things. I remember literally telling a guy a story once, and I won't go into the story. I don't want to implicate anybody, but he was telling me he wants to be a police officer, whatever. I studied criminology, and I'm telling him a story about something that I've seen in my life. And you know when somebody is just completely shocked, oh, you saw that? And in my mind, it was like, well, that to me, that wasn't even a man. Like I didn't expect this reaction from it. So I think, it expanded my mind to, you know, like the world is bigger than where we come from. So that's my
on that note as well, remember, I think it might have been second year when, I don't want to name names, but there was two people in particular that came down to visit us, and they were moving like they were from ends. But it isn't ends, bro. You need to know how to diversify. And they were just moving there. I'm just like, bro. And obviously because we were there already a year, we understood the demographic and how to move, and they just didn't understand at all. So on the point of you saying that it helped you realize that was like a prime example of having to be out there to realize that there is a different ball game. There is a different life. And you need to understand how to move in certain places and just be flexible and know what I want.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And then on top of that, when we came home, and I think we might have said this in a previous episode, but sorry, when we came home,
power to the people.
Trust me, Black Lives Matter. When we came home, a lot of people that didn't go to uni that was still here, they was in the exact same place. Not all of them, but they was in it. A lot of them was in the exact same place we left them in, and it was like, this feels weird. Like, you have not progressed at all.
That's
bro.
it. That's it.
And it just, and for a lot of people, not all of them, and I don't want to be judgmental because a lot of people was doing their thing when I come back, but it felt like, I don't know, like everybody was so stagnated. So there was
no progression. They were just doing what they did back then.
Yeah.
Throughout.
100%. So for me, that was the number one thing that I took from it going forwards. And I think, like, you know, in life, you learn something and then you build upon it. And, you know, it's helped me to continue building upon that.
No, I definitely agree. 100%. Makes sense.
Yeah.
My question.
Go on.
What was your favourite thing to do at uni?
I like sitting around.
Doing nothing.
Getting waves, playing FIFA, to be honest. Like, yeah, that's probably, when I think back, and I know that sounds bare dry, yeah. It really is dry, but those were good times. And it's times that I've never been able to get back. Like I can still go clubbing. Like, I can still go wherever, innit? Like, there's so many things that I can do, but, and obviously I can sit around getting waved all day, but I've got bills to pay, got mortgage to pay, I've got a 9 to 5 to attend to, I've got, like, I can't, like, I'm not going to be smoking in the house, and there's all these different factors that just getting drunk on a Tuesday just because I can, like, to me, or calling up the man them, and now there's 10 people here and we're all chilling, like, you can do that, but I'm not on that now. Like, I'm way past that. So that freedom of just being able to just lounge around, hang around with the man them, play computer games. Oh, have you tried time splitters? Let's play time splitters. Like, just random. That's gone, innit? And that, for me, that's the best, because I can't replicate that again. I can, but I don't want to.
Oh, that's so cute.
This guy. This guy.
No, that's sweet.
Go on, what's yours?
Mine would have to be, you know, student union, where you get the snake bites, cheesy wedgies, watching footy, FIFA on the big screen. That was lit still, I can't lie. That was the bits, the cheesy wedgies, boy.
I was just thinking the cheesy wedges with the sweet chili sauce and the snake bites.
Oh, mate.
Yeah.
And then it was hot. You got into the little garden bit, and that was dope. Yeah,
they had FIFA in there.
They had the FIFA in there. You could play on the they had little bean bags and ting.
Yeah.
That was dope. Still was a wave. I'm not gonna lie. To be fair, we didn't use it that much. It was usually when the football was on, but when we did, it was dope.
Yeah, it was a great
many
place
football matches, boy.
Yeah.
You man got bodied a few times in
in
the SU.
This guy is annoying.
Man United support Arsenal, so you know how it goes. If you remember the 2012, 2013 season, you know. But anyways.
No. I think that's a good memory, and it's so funny because I feel like it's similar to mine in the sense that you can't replicate that either.
Yeah,
you can go pub,
different.
but it's not the student union.
It's not the student union, bro.
It's not. It will never be.
Everyone's getting dry. Everyone's on the vibe. Snake bites all around. Yeah, man. That's a different experience.
Run into people you know, because you know at uni as well, you have friends here, but you got a hell of a lot of acquaintances. And you run into bare acquaintances in the student union, and it's just love. Do you know what I mean? Like, what you doing here? What you up to tonight? Where you go? Oh, you're going there. Oh, I'm
going highlight tonight. Yeah. I was like, oh, I weren't going to, but yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope. Yeah, you make me want to relive uni again just for that experience.
I always want to relive uni. I'll be honest. I think about
let's go back
every other day, my guy. It's over though.
And that's one thing I feel bad about the newbies coming up, is that they're not gonna get to experience that same, due to the changing of the environment right now. It's different.
Dead, isn't it?
So I feel bad for them. So this one's for you guys, isn't it?
And it's just sad to see, you know, like, you're just at home through your whole uni. Like, it's like, I don't say it, but it's heartbreaking, bro. Like, to see that and think, oh, like, I was doing a mad thing.
Exactly. You're just at home watching Zoom calls, and I was doing a mad thing when you're doing that still.
So unfair, man. I feel for you guys still. Again.
And they paid 3 times for me. I don't mean to laugh here. It's not a fun laughing matter, but that's mad.
No, man, had to bring up the money.
I have to. You have to. Man, I'm paying 9 bags. That's nuts.
Yeah, that's peak. That's peak. Shout out to you, man. Still, at least
get your degree, innit? Get your degree. Don't worry what I have to say. Do what you need to do. Shine.
That's what I was gonna say. Get your degree, man. That's that. Like, at the end of the day, a lot of people are anti-uni, and that's fine. I get it. I do get it. But, and we've discussed it before. But it's not gonna hurt you to have a degree. People are like, it might hurt your pocket a little bit.
A little bit.
It might hurt your pocket a little bit, but it's not gonna hurt, man. I've got a degree and it has not hurt me. But if anything, it's done me nothing but positives. So
it's true.
Yeah,
a lot of positives from that still. So.
Yeah. And again, uni's not for everyone. Sorry to cut you.
No, that's it, B.
Yeah, uni's not for everyone, but you know, but for those that are there, don't feel disheartened. Oh, why am I here? Just do your thing.
I'm not gonna lie, uni was a very good experience, and it has helped in propelling my development throughout my professional career and my social career. So I'm gonna say uni is a big plus for me. Learned a lot of things, met a lot of beautiful, wonderful people, and I got a degree to show for it at the end of it. So those that I think is disheartening, it's not. Like, just do what you gotta do, man. But I'd say fingers up, thumbs up for me.
Facts. One more question then.
Oh God, here we go. Man's got 5 questions and that.
It's a sad question, but what are your thoughts? No, name me. What's your favorite part of Portsmouth? That's how I'm trying to word it. But what's your favorite thing about Portsmouth?
Nothing. It was shit. I'm joking.
I'm
joking. Sorry. Cut.
Trouble. Oh no.
I love Poppy still. My favorite part had to be Southsea, the beach, the seafront. Like summertime was a wavy. Get the football out, get the barbecue out. You know them £5 Tesco barbecues.
Oh yeah.
Dash a couple sausages on there, make a couple burgers and that. Good, live good. But when it wasn't summertime, boy, Lord God, cool.
Yeah, windy.
It was blitz.
Windy still.
It was blitz, but that has to be my favourite part of Portsmouth.
I'm going to actually agree with you still. And then I'm just going to throw an honourable mention just because we have both agreed on the same thing. I'm going to say, what's that thing called? The Common. Just because we had great times there, more so than the fact it was, I mean, it's just a big green, innit? But we had such good times there, I'm going to have to throw that in there. But yeah, so the seafront and the Common.
Yeah. Shout out Portsmouth, love you guys.
And Gunwolf Keys, I guess, was kind of lit.
Oh yeah, little outlet stores and that.
Little outlet stores.
Ralph Lauren and Adidas.
Yeah.
Did you ever used to shop there? I couldn't afford
it.
Where? Gunwolf Keys.
Not really. But you know I never had no money because I used to go and buy a 1-2 item every now and then.
Like a 1 crepe.
Yeah, like a 1 t-shirt or 1 jumper. I remember that time I bought that mad colourful jumper, that mad Christmas thing, blood. When I think back, I think, why was I wearing that mad Christmas thing? I'm going to see if I can find a picture of me in that mad Christmas jumper, blood. I was just feeling festive. I was wearing that jumper holding March.
Every day in that.
Yeah, that was wild still, but there you go. But yeah, no, Portsmouth was calm, and I thought that would be a nice little, just because that's where we went to uni. Just to wrap it up. Cool.
Shout out those that going Portsmouth right now. You don't know.
Yeah. So this has been Put Some Syrup on That. I am Nulan Monroe.
Vinch.
And we will see you next week Sunday, as always.
Peace.
Peace out.
Peace and love.